The Phantom of the Valley. The Montana sun dipped behind the hills, casting long shadows across a quiet valley that hadn't seen war in decades, until now. Wade Thorn stood on his porch, sipping black coffee and watching the last light disappear over the horizon. His German shepherd, Atlas, lay beside him, ears twitching at every sound. "You feel it too, don't you, boy?" Wade muttered. Atlas growled softly in agreement. Inside, the house looked like any rural home. Dusty furniture, hunting trophies, old photos. But beneath the floorboards, behind a false wall, was a hidden staircase leading to a fully equipped command center. Satellite maps, encrypted comms, live feeds from surveillance, drones, and cameras scattered through the valley. This wasn't just a farm, it was a fortress. A town that watches Sarah Bennett pulled into town with a thermos of coffee and a head full of questions. She'd lived here her whole life. Raised by her grandfather after her parents died in a mysterious car crash 5 years ago, a crash she never believed was an accident. Now, strange things were happening again. People disappearing, trucks showing up late at night, and then there was Wade. Ex-military, no one knew exactly which unit, but everyone knew he could kill someone before they blinked. She found him at the diner, nursing a black coffee and reading the local paper. "Wade," she said, sliding into the booth across from him, "I need to know what really happened out here last month." He didn't look up. "You mean when those SUVs rolled in? The ones that turned around real fast?" "I mean the firefight, the one no one's talking about." Wade finally met her eyes. They were cold, sharp, the kind of eyes that had seen too much. "What do you think happened?" he asked. "I think the cartel didn't run into some old farmer with a shotgun. I think they ran into someone who knew exactly how to fight them." Wade took a slow sip of coffee. "And what makes you think that person is me?"
The quiet resistance. Back at his farm, Wade called his team. They were scattered, retired military, former intelligence officers, combat medics, all handpicked, all loyal. There was Max, the sniper, who could hit a target 2 miles away in a sandstorm. Nash, a trauma surgeon who'd seen more bloodshed than most ER doctors ever would. Knox, explosives expert, always smiling like he was waiting for something to blow up. Zane, tech wizard, former cyber intel officer with a hacker's edge. And Cyrus, the demolitions man with a heart of steel and a trigger finger faster than most. They weren't just protecting land. They were protecting a way of life. "We're not hiding anymore," Wade announced. "We're going legit." "Legit?" Cyrus raised an eyebrow. "You mean like forming a neighborhood watch?" "Exactly," Wade replied. "Community defense program, training locals, working with law enforcement, making this place look boring, worthless to outsiders." "Smart," Zane said. "Let them think we're just farmers learning how to shoot straight." "Sometimes," Wade added, "the best way to keep a secret is to make sure everyone thinks they already know it." The cartel comes knocking. 2 weeks later, a black SUV rolled into town. Out stepped Anton Volkov, fake name, real danger. He introduced himself as a representative of a private investment group looking to develop land in the valley. Wade met him at the gate. "This land has potential," Anton said, smiling too wide. "We'd like to offer you $3 million cash, well above market value." Wade scratched Atlas behind the ears. "It's been in my family too long." Anton's smile tightened. "We're prepared to be persuasive." Wade stood up slowly. "You're not the first to try." That night, 3 cartel scouts showed up near Henderson's ranch. One never left. By morning, the valley knew. The cartel had come knocking. And someone had answered. Training the town word spread. People started paying attention, asking questions. Wade began training locals how to spot threats, how to protect themselves, how to blend in. Sarah joined the sessions. She picked things up fast, learned to read terrain, recognize enemy patterns, identify observation points. More importantly, she knew when to stay quiet. Across the valley, Nash converted his clinic into a field hospital. Henderson built a network of spotters. Farmers became scouts. Teachers learned to communicate without saying a word. They weren't building an army, they were building a system. The real war begins. Then came the call. "Wade, they were at your place. I saw the SUVs." It was Sarah. Her voice was tight. "They came for you."
And now they're coming for me. Wade grabbed his gear. Stay with your sister in Missoula. Don't tell anyone you're going. As soon as he hung up, he got another message from Zane. Intercepted their comms. Full assault planned. Not 24 hours. Now. Wade smiled grimly. Perfect. Fortress Farm. They came under cover of darkness. 4 vehicles, 20 men, armed with everything from pistols to RPGs. But they walked into a trap. Knox sniped from the high ground. Cyrus rigged the main road with explosives. Zane coordinated from the basement command post, and Wade? He moved like a ghost. 3 cartel soldiers never saw him coming. 2 more went down silently. Then the chaos erupted. Explosions lit the sky. Gunfire cracked through the air. Smoke filled the fields. By dawn it was over. The cartel had come expecting to scare off some stubborn old man. Instead, they faced a team of elite warriors. The message survivors were rounded up, bound, questioned. Wade stood before them. You're alive because we chose precision over power, he said. You'll remain alive only if you remember this lesson. He stared at their leader, El Fantasma, the Colombian cartel enforcer known for leaving no witnesses. You thought fear only worked one way, Wade said. Tonight, you learn what real fear feels like. The cartel boss tried to draw his weapon. Wade shot it from his hand. Your men fought well, Wade continued. Too bad they forgot the first rule of combat. Phantasma glared. What rule? Never fight on ground your enemy has prepared. Aftermath. The feds arrived hours later. FBI, DEA, local police. They asked questions, took statements. Chev Cooper gave Wade a knowing look. You folks sure know how to handle yourselves. Wade nodded. We just wanted to protect our home. Cooper studied him. Well, looks like you did. As agents left, the town began to settle. Life returned to normal, or whatever passed for normal now. Sarah joined Wade on the porch. You changed this place, she said. So did you, he replied. We all did. She smiled. No one's going to look at this valley the same way again. No, he agreed, and that's exactly how it should be. Atlas barked softly, wagging his tail. Wade sipped his coffee, watching the sunset. The valley was safe, for now, and that was enough. The legacy weeks passed. The cartel didn't return. Neither did the developer. Rumors spread. Ghost soldiers, environmental hazards, cursed land. The valley faded back into obscurity. But in the shadows, the team remained. Old soldiers, new mission. Protectors of a land that didn't know how lucky it was. And at the center of it all, Wade. Not just a farmer. Once, he was known as Phantom, a legend whispered in war zones and dark ops. Now, he was home, and no one would take it from him.